I gave you my heart.
Getting ready for the week 3 preview, the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to talk a little bit about the stats between both teams before I go and have my spiel on this game. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, starting with the Kansas City Chiefs, we're going to see where these guys are at so far in the season. All right, Kansas City Chiefs guys are 3rd in the league, scoring 33 points a game. They're 2nd in the league with yardage a game at 487. Their passing is 392. That's 1st in the league behind Patrick Mahomes and that passing attack. They're 22nd in the league as far as rushing goes with 94 yards a game. Patrick Mahomes has attempted 114 yards with completing 82 of his passes for 1,195 yards. His completion percentage is 71.9, and touchdown, he has 10 touchdown passes so far in the season with 0 interceptions. The rushing leader for the Kansas City Chiefs is LaShawn McCoy, who has 29 carries for 158 yards, also averaging 5.4 yards per carry, and he has 1 touchdown on the season. Leading the way with the receiving group for the Kansas City Chiefs is Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins has 20 receptions for 311 yards with a 15.5 reception per catch average with 3 scores on the season. Travis Kelce has 17 receptions for 285 yards, averaging 16.7 yards per reception, and he has 1 touchdown. Demarcus Robinson has 10 catches for 215 yards and a whopping 21.5 average, leading the team in the average, and also has 3 touchdown passes as well. Kendall Fuller leads the team in tackles with 21, and Emmanuel Ogbuga, I think that's how you say it, he leads the teams with 2.5 sacks. So now, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the Detroit Lions and where they are at currently with the stats on the season. The Detroit Lions are currently 22 points a game. That would place them 16th in the league. They're averaging around about 367 yards total on offense. That would place them 12th in the league. Their passing is 269. That would place them in the 11th place. And the rushing attack is 19th with 98 yards a game. Matthew Stafford leads the way for the Detroit Lions with a whopping 100 attempts and have completed 62% of his passes and completed 67 passes on the season for 831 yards with 6 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. Kerryon Johnson leads the team in rushing with 48 rushing attempts for 126 yards, averaging 2.6 per carry and 1 TD. Receiving for the Detroit Lions, you have Marvin Jones, who is leading the way right now with 15 receptions over 200 yards receiving. His average per catch is 13 and 1 touchdown. Kenny Golladay is in second with 14 receptions, 176 yards, averaging 12 yards a catch, and has 2 touchdown passes. And then also after that, it would be Danny Amendola coming in third with 11 receptions for 141 yards and averaging 12 a catch with 1 touchdown. Tracy Walker leads all defensive players on the Detroit Lions with 24 tackles on the season so far. And Devon Kennard leads the team with sacks. He has 3 sacks on the season. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to talk a little bit about the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. On today, I gave you guys the standings on where they're at so far currently in the season. And the biggest thing going into this game for the Detroit Lions is basically, man, you're going to have to play the pass attack. They're number one in the pass, and you're going to have to stop the pass. I know I talked to a couple guys on the round table, and we had, differences of opinion on how we felt and what we thought about the Kansas City Chiefs. But I am a realist, and I understand that Kansas City is a Super Bowl contending team. And these guys, they're the best in the passing attack. Now their run game is so far. They were really, really awesome and great when they did have Kareem Hunt as their running back. But right now they're just they're sold on a run by committee situation going on with LaShawn McCoy and Damian Williams. But you have to watch out for guys like Sammy Watkins and Travis Kelce and DeMarcus Robinson. And they're playing without one of their best receivers in Tyreek Hill. So definitely, man, we know what the Kansas City Chiefs brings to the table. They do not have one of the best defense in the league. So you'll be able to put points up against these guys. But the Detroit Lions are going to have to come to play. If you want to beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, you're going to have to show up, and the defense is going to have to show out. Definitely, you're going to have to defend the deep ball because Kansas City throws a lot of deep balls down the field. And I think that they'll utilize Travis Kelce a lot in this game to be able to stretch the field as well. But they have other guys that can make plays. Also, rookie wide receiver Mecole Hardman can catch the deep ball. Robinson has been doing an exceptional job of catching the deep ball. He's averaging 21 yards per reception, so he is catching the deep ball. So that is something that the Detroit Lions are going to have to do. They're going to have to stop the passing attack of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs if the Detroit Lions are to stand a chance against the AFC contending Chiefs. I definitely think that the Chiefs can go out and do the things that they need to do as far as to win this game, and that's passing. But if the Lions want to win, they're going to have to play great defense. We're going to have to really, really see what the defense is made of and what they're going to bring to the table. And we don't know if the Detroit Lions are going to be without Darius Slay. That's another big question. Mike Daniels as well. He possibly could be out. But Darius Slay, definitely, he's your best corner. But so far in the season, man, Rashawn Melvin has been playing lights out for the Detroit Lions. And if the Lions are to win, you're going to have to stop Patrick Mahomes. You're going to have to stop the passing attack of the Kansas City Chiefs. And they are the number one team in the National Football League when it comes to passing the ball. So definitely the playmaking ability of Patrick Mahomes, you're going to have to try to contain it. The mastermind of Andy Reid, who has one of the best offenses in the league. Love Andy Reid's playbook and things of that nature. And the Kansas City Chiefs are one of my favorite teams in the National Football League. I'm also a Kansas City fan as well, but when it comes to my Detroit Lions, nobody comes over those guys. I would love to see the Lions be able to slow down this receiving core of the Kansas City Chiefs, but I know it's not going to be easy. Tracy Walker, Quandre Diggs, Rashawn Melvin, and whoever is at the other corner position, if Slay is not able to play, Mike Ford or whoever, you're going to have to come out with your track shoes on this day, because Kansas City throws the ball a lot and they have the ability to mix it up. And you're going to also have to stop LaShawn McCoy as well out of the backfield catching. LaShawn McCoy can definitely be an X factor in this game. But if the Detroit Lions want to win, they're going to have to run Kerryon Johnson, run that backfield, because that's something that the Kansas City Chiefs are not good at stopping the run. And we know that by watching the game against the Baltimore Ravens last week, when the Baltimore Ravens was able to run with Lamar Jackson as well as Mark Ingram running all over those guys. So the Detroit Lions are coming in off a win off of the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off a win off the Baltimore Ravens. But in this game, I love my Detroit Lions, and they're going to have to come out and play. But I think Kansas City may be just a little bit too much for us right now. We're going to see. Hopefully the Lions can pull it out. Peace.
I give you my heart.